Welcome to another motorhome video blog. It's a weekend that I've got off in December, which I'm admin, and it's only the second weekend now before Christmas. So we're down in Canterbury and we're at the Caravan and Camping Club site that's just outside of Canterbury, and we're within walking distance of getting into the city centre. We've been to here once before, and we usually start at a park and ride. If you see my website, there is a park and ride where you can stay overnight, and I think that was £3 a night. So that's cheaper. This is a lot more expensive, but being this time of year, December, and it's cold, we like to have the showers and the toilets and everything else. So what I'll do now, I'll give you a little tour around the site. This is a really nice site, so it's well worth coming here. And then later on we'll do a little tour of Canterbury, show you a bit of the cathedral, the boats and some of the bars and restaurants and stuff like that around. This is one of the grass fields which is not used this time of year. You see the electric points, and down the back is a woodlands where you can take your dog for a walk. So it's a good dog walking area. I would have said over 90% of the pitches on here are hard standing. And just up here is the facilities for motorhomes to drop off all your waters or top up your water, whatever you need to do. And your main toilet blocks at the corner. Obviously everything you expect from club site, main toilets, clean, nicely heated, good showers. So, and you can see in the back, I don't know if you can see it, but they do storage here as well. So if you're looking at caravan storage around Canterbury, they do storage here. We've got a friend of ours that does storage here, and then they bring the van out and just stay on the pitch to go into Canterbury. This is our washing facilities. These toilets are normally open in the summer, but not this time of year. They close it down to one set of blocks toilets. And as you can see, in a Caravan and Camping Club, they've got tents set up if you want to hire them, and tent pitches as well. And down here is our little pitch and a hard standing electrical cup. This is the overnight bit we just walked through. So if you're getting a ferry in the morning or anything over to France, because a lot of people use it for that reason, it's quite a nice area. And here's the gate that gets you out onto the main A road, which is locked at night as well, so quite good security on site, like you'd expect from most club sites. As you come out into the main A road, there's a bus stop there, so that'll be the one when you're coming home. You get off there to get back onto site, and I think the other bus stop's further down the road down there, because as you can see, it's quite a busy road, so you won't be able to walk down there. There is a pub down there on the left hand side if you go down the road, but we've never been able to walk it because it's such a busy road. And this is just the main A road now. We follow this all the way down, it goes down a hill and into Canterbury, and the bus is up there on the left hand side. Right, so we're back at home now. We didn't get a chance to finish off the video blog having a chat about what we did. We went down Canterbury. It got a bit of a late day, went out for a meal, met up with my parents and that. And so we're back home now, so I thought I'd just give you an update on what we did and show you some of the pictures and videos of what we saw out there. So we said we was going to walk down there, and we got round to the bus stop and it poured the heavens, it just opened up. So we ended up getting the bus. So just to let you know that the bus that you're going to get if you want to get the bus down to Canterbury is the number 43 bus, which you can get a return ticket from just outside of that bus stop, which I'll show you. And it's £3.50 for an adult return,
and you get the 43 back, the same bus back, and all the buses go to the same location in Canterbury. There's the same hub, what I would say the top part of the town. So wherever it drops you off at the top, that's where you go back to get the bus back in the evenings. And it's about a 10-minute bus journey, so it's not far. If you wanted to walk it, it's all downhill on the way there. It's 20 minutes walk, obviously uphill on the way back. So as for Canterbury, you'll see with the pictures and that videos I'm showing you that the town is full up with the Christmas market this time of year. It's got all the Christmas lights up, which look great. It's very, very busy this time of year, so you have to get into queues and that in some of the stores because they get quite busy. We popped into the Wetherspoons to have a pint of beer and some chips. That was, like I say, very busy again, but then you'd expect that this time of year. And then we went for an evening meal. Someone advised us, and we did do this, to book for an evening meal. Due to the fact that it's the last 2 weeks before Christmas, there's a lot of people going out eating. There's a lot of work dues going on, so we booked up a meal, and we had a fairly good meal, but it did get quite loud, so we ended up going home early. So yeah, it's a lovely place to go to this time of year if you want to get your Christmas shopping that you haven't got done, and you want to see some of the lights and stuff like that, so it's quite nice. Other things you can do around there is the theatre, there is the cinema as well, you can do in the evening. There is the boats journeys that you can do, but it's a bit cold this time of year, we found. There's a perimeter walk around the outside, which is the part of the castle where you can walk along the top wall part, which is quite a nice walk. If you want to do that sometime, you go down there. And then you've got the cathedral. And if you're going to go to Canterbury, you probably do need to go and see the cathedral. It's well worth a visit. It costs, I think, about £30 to get in. I can't remember, but if you go and you want to go and sit to a service, and we went to the evening song service, it's actually free to get in then, because you're going to go to the service. Or you can go to the Christmas Carol service, which they did as well, which had quite good musical instruments and that. You see some of the pictures of the cathedral, it looks lovely. They're doing it all up, they're re-cleaning it up and everything outside. So if you're going for one of the services, just say at the front desk that you're going into the service, and then you can go through without having to pay. But it's definitely worth having a visit. And they've just built a hotel rooms there. I don't know how long they've been there, but they look quite nice and all. You can look them up online. The other things what we did when we was down there, we went to the park one. Anyone into their 5k park ones at the pavilion. I can't remember, it's Canterbury Pavilion. I'll show you on the map. They do the park one every Saturday, so it's well worth going there if you like that. My boy and my wife went to the park one there. One little thing about the postcodes. I'll just bring it up on the internet. So one thing about the postcodes, if you're putting in the postcodes for Canterbury Camping and Caravan Club site, which is over here, which I believe, if I click on this, it's, there you go, it comes up. I think they've got it over here. CT34AB. And if you put that in, it'll actually take you down here where my mouse is at the moment. So that's something to take into account if you're following your sat navs and you're not bothering to get your maps out, because you do need to get your maps out and not trust sat navs too much. We had someone doing some delivery for us, picking up something off, and he had the same problem. He brought him down here to the pub. So you need to follow along the A257 further and to the campsite, which is further down. The other thing about sat navs, if you're coming in from the A2, it will take you across this road here, and then down this road, little road here. Now, we've got a van, you've seen the size of my van. We got down here okay, and actually it took us all the way down here to this postcode here, and then we had to go down here, which was well out of our way, because we were stupid enough to follow the sat nav as well. So if you was pulling a caravan, you definitely wouldn't want to be going down these roads. It's quite tight at some of the turnings, so you've got to be aware of that. So follow the actually A road, just keep to the A2, and then go through Canterbury Town Centre and then up this A257, because it's all nice and big roads and it's much easier. Yeah, it is busier going through Canterbury Town Centre. You have to put up a bit of traffic, and you might be able to come in from the top way, but I'm not too sure. But it is the safest and easiest route, especially if you're towing a caravan. So other than that, the site for me is absolutely brilliant for this time of year. It's really nicely located to Canterbury, and I love going to see Canterbury twice a year, so that's quite nice. Canterbury's great for eating out. There's loads of places, bars and food places to go, and there is quite a lot to do in Canterbury, and if you love shopping, you won't be disappointed really. And the campsite's got lovely toilet blocks, heated showers this time of year, and heated toilet blocks, which are quite nice. And it's got hard standing, so you're not getting all muddy in your van. So it's definitely one of the top sites for me in this area. I hope you enjoyed watching the blog. I hope it's helpful to some of you out there, and give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you do. Thank you very much.